Bristol Rugby have denied reports suggesting what the salary will be of new signing Charles Piutau when he joins the club next season. Telegraph Sport is reporting the Ulster utility back will earn more than £1 million a season to join Bristol from Ulster on a 2-year contract starting in £201,819. But when asked about Piutau's wages and the Telegraph article by the Bristol Post, the club released an official statement, saying the story in the Telegraph is inaccurate. Like every professional team, we have a budget and we have and will always adhere to the salary cap. Bristol Rugby sign All Black superstar Charles Piutau for £201,819. Charles Piutau of Wasps runs in to score a try during the Aviva Premiership match between Wasps and Sale Sharks. How we choose to spend the budget is based on recruiting and retaining key players to ensure that we have a squad that can achieve our vision and goals. They certainly are not giving too much away. Although Bristol Rugby's head coach Pat Lam did reveal that the club's playing budget is considerably bigger than Ulster's. And we know as Piutau was already one of the best paid players in club rugby, earning a reported £500,000 a season at Ulster, according to a separate article by Telegraph Sport, who specialise in stories about rugby transfer deals. Mark Tainton reveals how Bristol Rugby landed Charles Piutau. Malachi Fekita, Richie McCaw, Kevin Melamu, Jerome Kaino, Liam Messam, Patrick Tuipulotu, Charles Piutau and Augustin Pulu following the international match between Wales and the New Zealand All Blacks at the Millennium Stadium. The club also said they would not confirm whether Piutau was one of the two marquee signings as allowed by the Aviva Premiership salary cap rules, but it is sensible to assume that both he and fellow All Black Stephen Wachua, who is reported to be on a deal worth £650,000 per season, are those two men. Under the rules of the salary cap, clubs are allowed to spend unlimited sums on two players, and then the rest of their squads must come within a limit, which stands at £7 million for the 201,718 season. Clubs can spend more than that by qualifying for homegrown player credits, which allows up to an extra £600,000 if you hit a quota of young players developed within the club. Charles Piutau of Wasps runs in to score a try in the last minutes of the match during the European Rugby Champions Cup quarter-final match between Wasps and Exeter Chiefs. You can also get up to £400,000 as injury dispensations and £80,000 per player to cover those involved in international rugby. Charles Piutau signing a statement of massive proportions by Bristol Rugby. Of course, it is well known the club have plenty of money to spend, bankrolled by billionaire owner Steve Lansdowne, but the idea of the salary cap is to try and level the playing field in the Aviva Premiership. However, the reported wages for the two All Black players, if accurate, will put them at the top end of salaries currently being paid by clubs, perhaps even surpassing the likes of Dan Carter's €1.2 a season at Racing 92 in the French top 14. Racing 92 New Zealand fly half Dan Carter arbies with Clermont's French fly half Camille Lopez during the French top 14 Union semi-final in the Aviva Premiership. Curtly Beale was believed to be the highest paid player in the league, making around £750,000 a season at Wasps last season, with Leicester Tigers' Manu Tuilagi believed to be on £450,000 a year and Harlequins' Jamie Roberts on £380,000 a season. Bristol Rugby name Luke Morahan in squad to face Bath Rugby. Wages are certainly going up in rugby, and this summer a transfer saga involving Lee Halfpenny unfolded, as one of the most talented players in the world, who was the British and Irish Lions Player of the Series in 2013, struggled to find a new club who could come close to his salary expectations. He earned a reported €600,000 a season at Toulon. In the end, the Welsh fullback has joined Pro 14 side the Scarlets on a dual contract with the Welsh Rugby Union, with the WRU forking out 60% of the wages. What they have paid has not been made public. He could well go head-to-head with Piutau this season, who can play at fullback, wing or centre, and will want to finish his time at Ulster with a bang.